for famine relief in Ethiopia. Once again, the people over there are in desperate need of our help because the country is being ravaged by famine once more. If it was just a simple case of crop failure, the aid you provided 5 years ago could deal with the famine. The problem this year is the war raging in Ethiopia. It's disrupting the supply efforts, and once again the country is collapsing into chaos. Band-Aid was actually formed to make a point. The point being, why is it up to musicians around the world to raise the money when surely governments should be providing that sort of help? Last Sunday, I went down to PWL Studios, Pete Waterman Studios in London, because Do They Know It's Christmas, the Band-Aid song, has been released once again, this time with some new faces. So we went down to find out how it was made and what was going on. Well, it's now about 5:30 on a Sunday, and we're outside the PWL Studios. What I didn't realise, that the biggest nightmare of all, not getting in touch with the people who are singing on the song, is actually finding the PWL studios, which are tucked away like you wouldn't believe. If you look at the melee here, more reporters than I've ever seen before, more cameras than I've ever seen before, round the corners more fans than I've ever seen before. The guys have just gone in, there's Bros, Kylie, Jason, they've all popped inside now. So with a bit of luck, we may be able to at least catch up with them for a few seconds before they start exercising their vocal cords.
We let him light and we banish shade. And in our world of plenty, we can spread a smile of joy.
You know, with the record today, do you know?
Oh yeah, I've got three big points online.
Cameras, everybody goes to camera.
Yeah, right.
Very good.
There have been a lot of people on to be going on about re-releasing the Band-Aid record. I thought it had sort of served its purpose. The only way that it could be valid at all would be to make it contemporary for a new generation. The problem is the same, the song is the same, it's the same time of year. The only thing that's changed perhaps is that the faces in English pop music have changed.
He called me on Friday, he said, look, you know, I'm getting really pushed to release Band-Aid again, and I don't think it's right, it's not relevant to today's artists, you know. And if anybody could do it, it's you guys, by putting, you know, all your artists on. And would you do it? And obviously, we just said yes. We started at 5 this morning, and we'll be working through till about 4 tomorrow morning. And Pete Hammond, our mixing engineer, starts at 7 o'clock. We get some sleep and come back. Hopefully we'll finish the record and have it mixed by about 12:30. And what we're hoping is that we can actually get into the stores for a week Monday enough copies to quench the thirst of the first, say, 50,000. And by the end of the week, got another 50,000. That's enough to give us a #1 for Christmas.
Well, I hope you get it. It's playing in the background now. They're back down there. So the best of luck with it. Thank you very much indeed.
There's no need to be afraid. At Christmas time, we let him light and we banish shade. And in our world of plenty, we can spread a smile of joy. Throw your arms around the world at Christmas time.
How do you feel? What's going through your head now?
I just feel really proud of him because he's like, I love him, do you know what I mean? But apart from my brother, I think the whole event this time is just, I think for me, because I watched it on telly last time, I just love being here, do you know what I mean? I just love being part of it. There's no egos, there's nothing. It's just a good time.
What bit have you got to do? What are your bits?
Well, do you remember that bit tonight? Thank God it's them instead. I've sung that bit, so hopefully I've got that bit.
So do you know at this stage whether they'll use it? I mean, is there like a guarantee that it'll be in, or they'll come back and sort of say, well, could you come and do another bit as well, or could you do the big finale?
Well,
I mean, how does it work?
Everyone's coming in to do the chorus, but it's, we're doing, thanks Luke, we're doing, now, there's a bit that I want, and if, you know, hopefully I'll have that bit.
Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of...
Well, we'll have to...
I think we should.
Just let the whole thing.
Someone else do it.
Sure.
How do you feel now then? How are you feeling now? I mean, have you done your bit?
Yep.
Right, you've done your bit. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I am. I mean, obviously we're doing it very quickly, and there's a reason behind that. Well, I mean, that's the way the guys sort of work anyway. But it sounds great.
It must
I mean,
be.
It really
I mean,
sounds amazing.
This is a bit odd to rush in and do something quickly rather than being able to spend a bit of time thinking about it.
Yeah, although I mean that's sort of the way the guys work anyway. So in that sort of sense, I'm quite used to it. I think what's probably weird for me is that, like in 1984, I was at school when that record was out, and I sort of felt quite a buzz, and the whole Live Aid, the Band Aid sort of thing was really quite inspiring. And then to suddenly come back in 1989 and to actually, someone said to me, would you like to be on it? And you go, wow,
exciting.
The press, I can't believe it. I sort of got into this place and I don't know, I started to shake. You never actually realise until you're confronted by an audience, or you're confronted by the press, or you're confronted by cameras or whatever, the extent to which your work has influence on other people. And that'll be the phone.
Did you get that phone?
Yeah, excuse me. Hold it.
Yes? No, he's busy at the moment. Nikki? No, not here at the moment. Would you like to talk to Jason?
Bob, how are you? No. I don't want to do it. No, it's fine. Okay, bye.
There was someone on the end
It's just Bob Gelder. He wants to do Live Aid. Oh my God. We've only got a couple of minutes.
If we all actually said, oh no, what's the point? Because the temptation is to say, what's the point? We cannot change the world. But, a great quote which might help you understand is, I heard someone say this once and I thought, isn't that fabulous? One man cannot change the world, but you can change the world for one man. And I think to myself, that's all that matters, If one person's life is made easier because of all of this, only one, who cares about counting? It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it.
Without getting too heavy and too topical, it shouldn't be us that should be doing it. It should be government that should become more involved in it. And if it takes pop stars to give them, for them to start to understand, to have a conscience, then great.
I said this before, it's like your motives, I think, that speak volumes, and all you're trying to do is make people aware of the problem. I mean, I don't think you can change the world, but I think you can probably make people aware.
And just take it for what it is. Don't say, I'm not going to buy it because it's blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Just put your hand in your pocket, let's see your money, because that's what it's all about. We bit our lip, may you bite your lip and put your hand in your pocket, and that's what it's all about.
Well, I just think it's really important that people don't look at the newspapers and see the thing about Ethiopia and think, oh my God, I'll turn over. You've got to think, oh my God, I should read this because I want to find out what it's all about. Definitely.
Good. All right. Lisa, thank you very much indeed. Thanks very much indeed, Tim. We're actually going to get out now because this is the artists' waiting room, they said. There's a little sign on the door that says no TV crews. We're not supposed to be in here.
No presenters.
No, so we're not supposed to be in here and we're about to get found out. So I'm going to go. Thank you very much indeed.
It's pretty true to the original, but it's also, it's modified, it's updated. And they're not putting out a record because they know people are going to buy it. It's still a really great record. It will be, I have faith.
There you have it, the finished product. Got to get into the shops pretty quickly. That's my day at PWL. And of course, as far as the single is concerned, its success